that you're father material for my daughter, you're out of my life.
Okay, well, you got to prove yourself too then.
Okay.
What I'm gonna tell you, I just wanted you to know that I am not doing this on purpose. I didn't do it to hurt you. I didn't plan. It just happened.
90 Day Fiancé star Jasmine Pineda revealed that she recently shaved her head amid her struggle with alopecia, and boyfriend Matt Branisterianu showed his support in a meaningful way. In a touching show of love and solidarity, Matt shaved his head along with Jasmine as she navigated her health journey. The couple smiled with matching buzz cuts and new photos she shared via Instagram on Thursday, October 16th. The TLC personality, 39, noted that she has been battling an autoimmune condition, which means my body's immune system mistakenly attacks my hair follicles, adding that stress and the postpartum period can make it flare up even more, which is why it sometimes comes and goes. Jasmine and Matt welcomed their first child together, a baby girl named Matilda, in March and announced her arrival the following month. Jasmine is also mother to two sons, Juance and JC, from a past relationship. 90 Day Fiancé's Jasmine and Matt shaved their heads as he supports her through alopecia struggles. Courtesy of Jasmine Pineda /Instagram. The mom of three went on to gush over the man who captured her heart alongside a video of him taking an electric shaver to his scalp. The way he cares and loves me is something that I never imagined to experience, Jasmine wrote in her caption. I was not expecting him to actually do this loudly crying face, but he just wanted to show me that's just hair and I'm beautiful and loved regardless. 90 Day Fiancé Jasmine pregnant with boyfriend baby not husband. Related, married 90 Day Fiancé star Jasmine expecting baby number 1 with new boyfriend. Jasmine praised Matt for being an amazing father and supportive partner in a sentimental social media tribute on Thursday, which also marked his birthday. I'm endlessly thankful for you, Matt. You've loved me so gently, cared for Matilda so deeply, and opened your heart to my boys with the kind of love only a real father can give, she continued, sharing PDA photos. You're the best dad ever and the biggest blessing in our lives. 90 Day Fiancé's Jasmine and Matt shaved their heads as he supports her through alopecia struggles. Courtesy of Jasmine Pineda /Instagram. Jasmine went public with her pregnancy news in February as fans were watching the Panama native and her estranged husband, Gino Palazzolo, attempt to work through their issues during Season 2 of 90 Day The Last Resort. Gino, 56, and Jasmine first met online in 2019 and made their TLC debut on Season 5 of 90 Day Fiancé, before the 90 days, prior to walking down the aisle in June 2023. During their time on The Last Resort, Gino agreed to have an open marriage with Jasmine after she vented about an ongoing lack of intimacy in their relationship. 90 Day Fiancé, happily ever after. Mid-season teaser, watch. Related, 90 Day Fiancé, happily ever after. Mid-season teaser, Jasmine fears deportation. Jasmine proposed the idea of ethical non-monogamy to Gino after speaking with a sex therapist while filming the show, revealing she couldn't stay in a relationship without any physical connection, following which she introduced Matt into the picture. Jasmine and Matt formed a connection after crossing paths at 90 Day Fiancé's lineup of cast members ranges far and wide, but while some have been able to figure out their place in the franchise, others have struggled to find their footing like this one star. As turbulent relationships and genuine love connections form throughout the various 90 Day shows, the franchise has brought a whole new meaning to reality TV relationships. Although some 90 Day faces are more familiar than others, there are several cast members who have made their way through different relationships within the franchise, some more successful than others. With familiar faces and consistent returnees, the 90 Day franchise has been able to make its mark. As viewers get ready for different spin-offs and consistent chaos from the 90 Day stars each season, there are some who have coupled up and stayed in the community with their partners, and others who have found themselves single time after time. One 90 Day Fiancé star has had a tough time holding their ground moving from show to show. As a 7-year veteran within the 90 Day Fiancé franchise, Colt Johnson's been a presence within the franchise for nearly a decade. In his early days within the franchise, Colt's often difficult relationship with Larissa Lima was something viewers enjoyed watching on screen. While the pair were hopeful about making their connection work, It was difficult to get around their differences. Between tension with Larissa and difficulty in his relationship because of his mother, Debbie, it was a tough journey to watch the pair navigate their difficult relationship. Colt's first impression from 90 Day Fiancé fans wasn't great, and it was a struggle to see him move forward, even after the relationship deteriorated. Viewers often felt Colt was overproduced on screen, which made him seem inauthentic. Colt's appearance on Hunt for Love left viewers struggling. Colt Johnson from 90 Day Fiancé clean-shaven with blue shirt in close-up with brown background. While Colt has appeared on several iterations of 90 Day shows, his time on his most recent series, Hunt for Love, was tough for viewers to wrap their heads around at times. Looking for love with other 90 Day stars, Colt struggled, but connected with Courtney Reardon's. Even so, Colt felt off balance and out of sorts on the show, sometimes in ways that viewers couldn't get past. Colt and Courtney's corny romance was sweet at times, but Colt's overproduction ran rampant on Hunt for Love, which made it difficult for viewers to feel like they could get behind his appearance on the series. Regardless of viewers' perception, Colt did find love on the series, but it may have come at the cost of his perception from the fanbase. Colt may be ready for a new adventure with Courtney Reardon's. 90 Day Fiancé star Colt Johnson looking somber in eyeglasses with a yellow background. Image via TLC. Although 7 years in the 90-day pool has finally afforded Colt love with Courtney, it could be possible that it's time for his tenure within the franchise to come to an end. Exploring a world outside of reality TV, even for some time, could afford Colt a whole new perception within the 90 Day Fiancé franchise, which would be great for the future. After appearing on 90 Day, The Last Resort, and agreeing to an open marriage, Gino Palazzolo and Jasmine seem to be in a worse position than when they first joined the series. Gino has now started pursuing a new love interest, Natalie, who he met in Vegas. Now he's invited her to a birthday party in Michigan to meet his family, and things get heated to the point of a physical confrontation. How did the situation become so charged and lead to a moment where Jasmine ended up calling Natalie a W from Vegas and a F prostitute? In The Last Resort, Jasmine pushed for an open marriage because she needed intimacy Gino wouldn't give her, which she ultimately sought in the arms of Matt Branasterianu. In fact, Jasmine and Matt welcomed a baby together in 2023, further complicating the situation. While Jasmine convinced Gino to agree to an open marriage, she quickly regretted it after learning he was talking to other women, and in Vegas, according to his family. Jasmine claims in a confessional that Gino never discussed Natalie with her, so she was pissed. This also meant, in her eyes, Natalie was merely a mistress and Gino was cheating. Matt, Amani, and Annie on 90 Day Fiancé Season 11. 90 Day Fiancé star Jasmine Pineda revealed that she recently shaved her head amid her struggle with alopecia, and boyfriend Matt Branasterianu showed his support in a meaningful way. In a touching the brutal truth about Amani, Matt, and Annie after 90 Day Fiancé Season 11's off-camera chaos. By Jay Hernandez. The moment Jasmine appears on screen, she is clearly a woman on a mission, and her confessionals seem to be full of rage. It's obvious just how badly she is dying to meet this bee. Almost as soon as she enters the bar with Matt, the situation escalates. After she greets some of Gino's family, she turns to Natalie, asking if she was attending a birthday party or a stripper party. Natalie says it's a birthday party, and Jasmine immediately claps back, asking, "Why are we bringing the W? From Vegas?" Jasmine's confrontation leads to a massive blowout. The situation quickly escalates as Gino tries to intervene and warns Jasmine to watch her mouth, but their argument doesn't end there. The encounter turns into a full-blown physical altercation, with both women having to be restrained and Natalie being escorted out of the bar after Jasmine pushes her. Natalie storms out and Gino follows closely behind, but the damage seems to be done. Viewers see a Jasmine-like outburst from Natalie as she claims the altercation is all Gino's fault for not being clear with Jasmine in the first place. In all fairness, Jasmine has a valid point. The 90 Day Fiancé couples did agree together that they need to be on the same page about the person they want to bring into their marriage, and Gino didn't honor that part of the agreement. While he might try to argue that they separated, it certainly feels more of a cop-out. Gino's avoided his issues with Jasmine for the last several seasons, and even the therapists in The Last Resort thought it was weird that Gino would rather give in to an open marriage that he was adamantly against instead of working on their relationship so they could be intimate again. Nonetheless, it's ironic how Gino's finding himself in this type of situation again. Once again, his lies have caught up to him, but this time it's not just Jasmine who's catching on. Natalie seems ready to end her role in the relationship as well. 90-Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Star Jasmine Pineda wants to prove that her estranged husband, Gino Palazzolo, is an alleged abuser in court. Jasmine and Gino will next be seen in 90-Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Season 9. They confirmed their split during The Last Resort Season 2 tell, all after they entered an open marriage. Jasmine decided to move in with her gym friend Matt Brownies, who is also her baby daddy. She has faced criticism for allegedly cheating on Gino with Matt, but she claims that Gino is the one who deserves brickbats. Ahead of the 90-Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Season 9 premiere, Jasmine is making some shocking claims about Gino. Jasmine shared a story saying, "I have no desire to continue playing the bad guy and lying just because he has to be protected and have likability for his next single life season." She also alleged, "He's an abuser," and said she will prove it in court, not on social media. According to Jasmine, Gino was paid double what she received for filming the show. She accused him of keeping her share. Jasmine doesn't want to make herself look like a villain, so fans feel bad for Gino and watch The Single Life, while I have to ignore his abuse. Jasmine Pineda in 90-Day Fiancé on Instagram stories. What Jasmine taking Gino to court means. Jasmine opened up about heartbreak and betrayal. Jasmine first announced she was taking Gino to court in April 2025. She accused him of bringing her to America to work for free and claimed he used her. According to Jasmine, Gino intended for her to become his moneymaker and insisted he was not the victim. She was. Although she didn't provide proof publicly, Jasmine said she would reveal everything in court. Interestingly, when she was still in Panama, Jasmine often said she didn't want to move to the US, yet she also dreamed of a beautiful married life with Gino. That dream quickly unraveled. Gino failed to give Jasmine the life she hoped for. He began managing her finances, resisted moving to Miami with her, and seemed to dislike her earning money independently through cameos. He also quit his job and reportedly mishandled the immigration paperwork for her sons, adding to her frustration. On top of that, Gino's lack of intimacy left Jasmine feeling unwanted and unloved. Over time, it became clear to her that there was no real future with Gino, only disappointment and unmet expectations. Our take on Jasmine fighting Gino in court. Is Jasmine lying to her fans about her relationship with Gino? 90-Day Fiancé. Before the 90 days, Gino and Jasmine taking mirror selfie and smiling. Jasmine and Gino are still legally married, and it appears he also supports her financially. They are also going to appear together in 90-Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Season 9 as a couple, despite confirming their split and despite Jasmine having had a baby with someone else. Jasmine could be stirring up drama, so fans take an interest in her storyline, which was filmed a year ago. It's already been established that Jasmine is in a relationship with Matt and is living in Florida with him and their baby, while Gino has also moved on and is dating. 90-Day. The Last Resort star Jasmine Pineda is revealing the shocking reason why Gino Palazzolo constantly delayed her green card application. Jasmine and Gino were first featured in Before the 90 Days Season 5. Gino had been dating Jasmine online for a few months before he went to Panama to meet Jasmine in person. Jasmine and Gino were engaged at the end of the season and returned in Season 6 while waiting for her K-1 visa to be approved. Jasmine came to the US on 90DF Season 10 and Happily Ever After? Season 8 documented their unhappy marriage. 90-Day, The Last Resort Season 2 is not the final show Jasmine and Gino will be in despite their relationship being over. However, Jasmine had a shocking confession to make before their The Single Life Season 5 launch. 90-Day Fiancé _Alexa recently reposted a video by former 90-Day Fiancé cast member Stephanie Motto where the franchise's fart jar girl was asked about how much the cast members get paid. Jasmine commented on the video, "You should ask Gino how much he has gotten." Jasmine told fans to ask Gino why he didn't apply for her green card. Jasmine was already dependent on Gino for money when she was still in Panama. Jasmine put forth several questions for fans to ask Gino on The Real, which spoke about how much money cast members earn through 90 Day Fiancé. One of the things claimed by Stephanie in the video was that during the filming of 90 Day Fiancé, only the American cast members got paid and not their foreign partners. Since Jasmine did not have a green card, she was not eligible to work in the country and use her earnings. Jasmine is suggesting that Gino wanted Jasmine to be dependent on him for money, and hence delayed the process. 20 Best Reality TV Shows Right Now. By Cher Thompson. During an episode of Jasmine didn't even have access to her passport. However, Gino recently claimed that Jasmine has had her green card for a year. Our take on Jasmine claiming Gino delayed her green card for money. Did the green card matter more to Jasmine than Gino's companionship? Jasmine Pineda from 90 Day Fiancé, before the 90 days smiling in green dress. In Gino and Jasmine's case, their accusations against each other have started to look baseless. The 90 Day, the last resort couple suggests they are still together, but their mudslinging through these comments tell a different story. Jasmine has even called her relationship polyamorous by tagging Gino and Matt on her maternity photoshoot pic. Then there is Gino's uncle Marco, who's accusing Jasmine of using Gino for a green card. The document seems to be an important clue that shows why Jasmine decided to dump Gino for Matt Brownie's. Rumors about 90 Day Fiancé's Jasmine Pineda's pregnancy timeline are running rampant, but I'm not sure if I believe the Panamanian star cheated on her husband. 90 Day Fiancé franchise couple Jasmine and Gino Palazzolo have been officially married for about a year. Their journey started on the 90 Day Fiancé, before the 90 Days spin-off, where I originally sided with the Panamanian star. I thought Gino revealing her nude pictures to an ex-girlfriend was highly inappropriate, and he pushed them to have kids way too quickly. But then I slowly switched sides and favored more of Gino's story as Jasmine proved to continuously verbally abuse him. As a result, their appearance on 90 Day, the last resort, was no surprise. Their relationship was slowly deteriorating, and the newest spin-off was just the place for them to work on their marriage. However, instead of fixing their issues within their dynamic, they decided to open up their marriage. Now, Jasmine's pregnant, and Gino's not the father, but the bigger question is concerning when Jasmine first conceived. On the tell-all, she refused to share how far along she was, which was a little suspicious and certainly adds to the argument that Jasmine may have cheated on Gino. However, I'm not convinced, solely by the pregnancy, that Jasmine cheated on Gino. The easiest and quickest way to stifle most of these rumors would be to know how far along Jasmine is. Unfortunately, though, she's been tight-lipped about her pregnancy. At the tell-all, she claimed that it's a family tradition to remain quiet about specific details, but at first, I thought it may have been a cover-up for her potentially cheating. However, upon a closer look at the filming schedule for The Last Resort Season 2, I don't think that's the case. First, Rob Warren, Josh Weinstein, and all the rumors suggested that Jasmine was already hooking up with Matt and was possibly already pregnant during The Last Resort. In this case, the purpose of the open marriage would be to cover up her infidelity. However, based on the filming timeline, the dates don't make sense. If The Last Resort was filmed around April 2024, Jasmine would have been due near the end of 2024 or early 2025, assuming she was in the very early stages of her pregnancy. However, she was pregnant at the tell-all, which was filmed in January 2025, and she's still pregnant in early April 2025. Currently, she's more than likely to be 7 to 9 months pregnant, which would put conception around mid to late summer of last year. Jasmine Pineda looking at someone outside from 90 Day, The Last Resort. Related. 90 Day Fiancé's Jasmine swings at Rob in explosive tell-all showdown. By Safwan Azim. The Last Resort includes smaller hints. Jasmine Pineda talking to Natalie at a party in 90 Day, The Last Resort. Image via TLC. Putting aside the more obvious gaps in the timeline, a few other hints suggest Jasmine wasn't pregnant at The Last Resort. For instance, Jasmine had champagne at The Last Resort. If she was aware enough of her pregnancy to try and manipulate Gino into an open marriage, then I doubt she would have drunk alcohol. Additionally, revisiting the tell-all, there's another crucial point to consider. Jasmine is rumored to live in Florida with Matt. Otherwise, she might still be in Michigan with Gino. Either way, the tell-all is filmed in New York City, meaning she most likely flew via airplane for the taping when most airlines won't let women who are 36 weeks pregnant fly. I'm finding it hard to believe that the open relationship was a major cover-up. While Jasmine got pregnant really quickly, I'm not convinced she cheated on Gino. I agree that the connection between Jasmine and Matt was likely inappropriate. When Jasmine called Matt about the open relationship in the last resort, it seemed like something they had discussed previously. If Jasmine and Matt talked about an open relationship before she suggested it to Gino, I understand why he might feel betrayed. I also think it's entirely possible that Jasmine lacked an emotional connection with Gino and started developing one with Matt, which is why she pushed for an open relationship. Overall, I believe Jasmine may have blurred the lines on an emotional level, but I don't believe she physically cheated on Gino. If Jasmine had fully moved on, I don't think she would have pushed Gino to open up or participate in the therapies at the last resort. I also don't think she would have continued to initiate physical intimacy and communicate with Gino. On top of that, she shared details on camera and with the other stars about Matt. While I see how her actions contributed to the rumors, I do believe she wouldn't have been so open about the situation if she was actually cheating. In the end, this isn't the first time she's been accused of cheating, and I wish we knew more about what goes on behind closed doors. Jasmine Pineda and Matt Brownies from 90 Day. The Last Resort are not a couple that will stay together, according to me, and here's my list of reasons why. I've watched Jasmine on TV since her before the 90 Days Season 5 debut with Gino Palazzolo and have followed her on social media. Thanks to her entertaining personality and one-liners, she is one of my favorite 90 Day Fiancé cast members. However, I'm not quite able to understand what's caused Jasmine to make one bad decision after another since coming to America. Jasmine may have started an affair with Matt to make Gino jealous. Jasmine used Dane in the same manner. It's nothing new for Jasmine to make Gino feel insecure about himself by comparing him to the other men. She has done it using her ex-husband and even her ex-boyfriend Dane. Jasmine had made Gino get her an apartment in the same building as Dane. She used Dane's name and threatened she'd go back to him after a fight where Gino listed his family as his #1 priority and not her. If I remember correctly, Jasmine even told Gino that Dane was better than him in bed and claimed she had slept with Dane to cheat on Gino. Jasmine had called Gino's family trash and claimed there was a video of her being intimate with Dane from just a month ago. Jasmine liked that the usually calm Gino was shaken by her confession when he shockingly called her a WH******. It gave Jasmine leverage over him and made Gino look like a villain. I knew this was not going to be the first time that Jasmine would. Rebound relationships often fail because they're initiated to distract from the pain of a recent breakup, lack genuine emotional connection and compatibility, and are often short-lived. Jasmine did get over Gino easily, but she had been with him for 3 years, and I'm sure she had developed feelings for him too. Jasmine may have wanted to make her marriage work, but saw Matt as an option to distract herself from it. The relationship is still in its honeymoon phase, and once Matt also disappoints her in some way, Jasmine might want a way out of it. Matt has faced abuse allegations. In January 2025, Kiki Yankowicz shared a screenshot from a deleted Reddit post that had made some shocking allegations against Jasmine's boyfriend. The person claimed that Jasmine was 8 months pregnant with Matt's baby and was in denial that Matt allegedly hurt her. The person also claimed that Matt allegedly had a criminal record against him with his ex-girlfriends in Michigan. As per the person, Jasmine was making it look like she was very happy with Matt, but in reality, there were a lot of things happening. The person also accused Matt of stalking Jasmine from day one at the gym. While I have read that Matt is an aspiring actor, it seems believable that Matt approached Jasmine as a starstruck fanboy, but Jasmine has denied all the other allegations. She shared an Instagram story where she wrote, "Once again, I'm not clarifying any rumors. If you're really concerned about my well-being, go ahead and book my cameos and subscribe to my OnlyFans and ask them to support her." Jasmine took to the comments section of 90 Day Fiancé _Alexa where she shared a comment denying the allegations and said she was in a happy place. Jasmine refers to Matt as her friend. Jasmine has friend-zoned the Romanian man. 90 Day Fiancé stars Gino Palazzolo and Jasmine Pineda with Matt Brownies in montage with pink question marks. Custom image by Cesar Garcia. One thing that strikes me as odd about Jasmine and Matt's relationship is that even though she's having his baby and got into an open relationship with him over a year ago, she's still calling him her friend on social media. It shows that she's not able to commit to him yet. Jasmine has now been in 2 failed marriages and wants to avoid giving her relationship with Matt any labels so she can move on from him easily if things go south, and she doesn't get feelings involved, as she'd promised Gino on the last resort. Jasmine and Matt aren't living together in Florida. Jasmine seems to be living by herself in her new home. Apart from watching Jasmine call Matt her unconditional friend or her bestie on Instagram, I've also seen her suggesting that they don't live together. Jasmine and Matt are rumored to have moved to Florida together, but something tells me that could just be a rumor. Jasmine has suggested several times rebound relationships often fail because they're initiated to distract from the pain of a recent breakup, lack genuine emotional connection and compatibility, and are often short-lived. Jasmine did get over Gino easily, but she had been with him for 3 years, and I'm sure she had developed feelings for him too. Jasmine may have wanted to make her marriage work, but saw Matt as an option to distract herself from it. The relationship is still in its honeymoon phase, and once Matt also disappoints her in some way, Jasmine might want a way out of it. Matt has faced abuse allegations. In January 2025, Kiki Yankowicz shared a screenshot from a deleted Reddit post that had made some shocking allegations against Jasmine's boyfriend. The person claimed that Jasmine was 8 months pregnant with Matt's baby and was in denial that Matt allegedly hurt her. The person also claimed that Matt allegedly had a criminal record against him with his ex-girlfriends in Michigan. As per the person, Jasmine was making it look like she was very happy with Matt, but in reality, there were a lot of things happening. The person also accused Matt of stalking Jasmine from day one at the gym. While I have read that Matt is an aspiring actor, it seems believable that Matt approached Jasmine as a starstruck fanboy, but Jasmine has denied all the other allegations. She shared an Instagram story where she wrote, "Once again, I'm not clarifying any rumors. If you're really concerned about my well-being, go ahead and book my cameos and subscribe to my OnlyFans and ask them to support her." Jasmine took to the comments section of 90-Day Fiancé _Alexa where she shared a comment denying the allegations and said she was in a happy place. Jasmine refers to Matt as her friend. Jasmine has friend-zoned the Romanian man. 90-Day Fiancé stars Gino Palazzolo and Jasmine Pineda with Matt Brownies in montage with pink question marks. Custom image by Cesar Garcia. One thing that strikes me as odd about Jasmine and Matt's relationship is that even though she's having his baby and got into an open relationship with him over a year ago, she's still calling him her friend on social media. It shows that she's not able to commit to him yet. Jasmine has now been in 2 failed marriages and wants to avoid giving her relationship with Matt any labels so she can move on from him easily if things go south, and she doesn't